Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of CVtv. My name is Carlos, and I'm here with D'Aquin, owner of CoralVue. How are you, man?
Doing good. We're here.
We're here. We're in Aquashella, Chicago, right?
Yep.
We made it to Chicago.
Yeah, made it.
Yeah, you had your deep dish pizza.
I'm up here in your neighborhood.
My neck of the woods. Yeah, you're loving the weather in here. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So we're going to introduce you to our booth here at Aquashella Chicago. We introduce you to every product that we have in here because we want you to feel like you are actually here.
Yeah.
So Dave, let's talk about Parwise and ITC.
ITC, yeah. So really the big thing with them right now is this Parwise. So this is their new par meter. And we could see how we're displaying it here, having a full spectrum graph.
Yeah, I'm going to grab this light and I'm going to move out of the way. And now you can see the ambient light from upstairs, the lights from up top, and that you can see the spectrum changes, which is great if you're looking for a reef tank, if you're looking for something with corals, because you want to see what the spectrum is.
Right.
You know, when you buy a light, you got to make sure that you buy the correct light and it has the correct spectrum, you know?
Absolutely.
Right.
So they also have some other products too. One of them is this Reef Delete. So if you got an aptasia problem, this is a pretty unique product that actually destroys the DNA of the aptasia.
Yeah, it prevents them from reproducing. So then they can't reproduce anymore. It's just a UV light going at it, a very strong UV light. So I like it. I think it's actually kind of cool to see them. Oh yeah, die. Yeah, because they could be a nuisance sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's make our way to Dennerly.
Yep.
So everybody walk over to the booth. And now this Aquashella show here in Chicago, it's actually a huge freshwater show.
Yeah.
It's actually more freshwater than saltwater.
Yeah.
And you know, we at CoralVue, we've been trying to get into the freshwater market as well. And we have Dennerly, which is a great German company. Yeah. The quality of this product is amazing.
Yeah.
So you want to tell us about it, Steve?
Yeah. So I mean, you know, all-in-one aquariums here with this curved, beveled type edge is really sleek looking. They do a whole line of CO2 products. And the big thing is the Shrimp King food. Yeah. That's a really nice product.
But they also have chemicals.
Yep.
You know, they have chemicals for planted tanks.
Yep.
You know, and what I like about it is their systems right here. Take a look at this. Yep. So this is the Nano Cube, and it says Nano Cube Complete. And it includes the light, a corner filter, substrate, shrimp gravel, thermometer, and the guide. Or if you're not looking for something like that, then they have the basic, and the basic includes the light and the filter. And that's it. So you can purchase it. I mean, this is something that you can actually grab this box, and it's pretty heavy because it's got a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
You can grab it, set it up, get your fish, and get them in there, which is really good.
Lots of soil for shrimp.
Yes.
So that's a specialty product.
Specialty product, yeah. So they have a lot of good stuff in here. Dennerly is made by German. It's a German company, and we are the U.S. distributors. So you can find this at most of local fish stores. And if they don't have it, tell the fish store, ask the fish store to contact us, and we'll make it work for you.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's move on to Reef Octopus right here. And
this is one of our tried and true. You know,
yes.
This is 20 years in the making with Reef Octopus, and a great partnership with Derek and everybody at the factory. So we really appreciate their support.
Absolutely.
And the products they produce.
20 years we've been doing this with them, and it's a long time, and it's been a great partnership that we hope it continues.
Carlos, there's a reason this is the #1 sold skimmer in this market.
Yes.
It's just the quality of the build, but most importantly, it's the pumps.
The pump. Yes. And
especially these DC pumps.
And the one thing that I love about Reef Octopus is they're not a skimmer company that goes out and purchases a pump.
Correct.
They actually make the pump.
Yes.
Technically, Reef Octopus, Hania, is a pump manufacturer that also makes skimmers.
Correct.
Because their pumps are that good. I mean, for many years on most online retailers, there's videos out there. Don't take my word for it, but there's videos out there where people say that Reef Octopus pumps are their favorite pumps.
Yeah.
It's just a well-made pump.
There's a reason they gain the notoriety that they have. And Reliability being the key.
Super quiet.
Quiet. Yep.
Well, I mean, this thing, you can't even hear it. I mean, obviously this is loud in here, but we have one at home and I can't hear it.
Yeah.
It's just a great pump. And they not only make skimmers and pumps, they also make calcium reactors. They also make media reactors. They make sumps.
Yep.
Their sump is like the cattle.
Yeah. It's really, it's a tank.
It's a
If
tank.
you ever get a chance to see one of those.
Absolutely. So I think Reef Octopus is it's #1 choice for me when it comes to pumps.
Yep.
And yes, I work here, but I mean, just go online, Google it, and you'll find out Reef Octopus is just one of the best brands out there.
Absolutely.
Let's move on to Icecap.
Yeah, so here's Icecap, Carlos. This is one of our house brands. This is a CoralVue line. We've been doing it a long time. And what we're doing is we're taking a lot of different products, putting our design behind them.
Yes.
It's a quality product, and it's a price point. It's a budget conscious line.
It's good quality and also very budget friendly.
Yes.
And it has everything. I mean, Icecap, we have clear filter. We also have the Icecap scrubber.
Yep,
you know, algae scrubber. We have these things right here, which are great.
Yeah, people love these.
I mean, these are carbon fiber. They're super light.
Yeah.
They're super light. You know, I'm going to take one out because I really like this.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this.
And nothing to rust.
There's nothing to rust. And there's nothing to break either. I mean, it's carbon fiber.
Yeah.
And it floats.
And it floats.
And it floats.
So if you drop it, you're not crashing into your
You're not
corals.
crashing. Yeah, I mean, this is
your aquascape.
It's one of those things that you don't think you're going to need.
Yeah.
But once you use it, you're like, oh,
Yeah,
I like it. In addition to that, Icecap also has skimmers, and this is one of my favorites because there's all-in-one pump, all-in-one tanks now are the rave.
Yeah.
And the problem with all-in-one tanks is that it's hard to find a skimmer that fits that all-in-one. So Icecap has different models, and that's what they are for.
Two models, 240 and 120.
Yeah. And notice they're square. We put in here in the box, we actually put the dimensions. So you know exactly, before buying it, you know exactly if it's going to fit your tank or not.
Yep.
All right. Another thing that I like about Icecap is this.
Yeah, this
right
is
here.
really nice.
These are the bacteria media. Yep. So less is more. A lot of the things nowadays is we're putting less live rock in our tanks. But we still have to have that media
we need some way to colonize this good beneficial bacteria for our systems.
So we've created this little spheres right here, and I mean,
it's a ceramic spore.
And I don't know if you can see it, but they're like tiny little beads, and the water gets through those beads, and that surface area is so much surface area in there that the bacteria is going to grow.
Yeah.
And then you put them nicely in this little tray, so everything is clean. Everything is nice. You can keep your white sump clean, everything looking pretty, but you still have the filtration.
It also comes with a sock or a bag.
Yes.
If you don't want to purchase the caddy just makes it nice and easy to set up.
We also have media reactor here. Very affordable.
Screws.
Yeah. You can put carbon here. GFO. I believe you can put GFO here as well. It just makes it easier. And it's an
small footprint.
Small footprint. So I can actually put it in the sump, and you don't have to worry about it. Take it out and everything.
It's your adjustment valve.
So, and tells me right here, Connor's telling me backstage that I can open it up.
Yep.
So that's how I put this. I'm going to hold this for me. And then I believe, yes, there you go. And then I'm going to take this out.
Take that out.
Take this out right here. And then you put the media, fill it up, close it up right here so it doesn't, the media, if the media floats, it doesn't come back out.
Yep.
Put this in right here. And then let's go ahead and load it back in there. How many people does it take to fill a media reactor? And then close it in the titanium screws, and it's all done. Super simple to do. And another thing I like about Icecap is,
these are doing really well. Our UV sterilizers.
UV sterilizers. If you have free floating dinos, you know, like those, you know, everybody knows the dynos. Is you got the dynos, you have a pump, and there's like this little stream of like, I don't know, it's like, it looks like snot.
It does.
It looks like snot. You know, those are dynos.
Yeah.
And then this thing right here, you put this in here, within hours, those dynos are gone. So
yeah, not just that, Carlos, but also just polishing your water. I mean, you talk about the clarity, the difference between a tank with and without a UV sterilizer.
Yes. And we have different sizes, 27 watts, and we can go up even more
90
to 90 watts. So depending on what you have.
Yeah.
The trick on this UV sterilizer though is the water flow. You got to make sure that the water goes slowly to it, so the water and the bacteria and the organisms can actually be exposed to the UV and kill that way.
We've made it easy too for the installation with unions and couples.
Yep. I mean, it's literally just plug and play almost. So let's put that down in here. All right. And another thing that we have, which is a big thing nowadays, is trying to keep your pH in line.
Yep.
So we have this CO2 scrubbing material.
And it's a color changing material.
Yes. So it goes from this to white. So whenever this turns white, that means it's exhausted and you have to change it. So those people, those of you that are having issues with pH, keeping it up, this might be a good solution. To help you. It won't do it all, but it'll definitely help.
And you can see how we have it set up here within the Reef Octopus.
Yes. So right here is that reactors. There's the media. So what you do is you're connecting the skimmer air intake into this reactor. So the air gets pulled in, goes through the reactor, and then it goes into the skimmer.
Yes.
So you're pulling the CO2 out of the air before it goes into the skimmer, lowering the CO2 level in your tank.
Yeah.
All right, let's make it down here. Icecap skimmers.
Yeah, full line of skimmers, both AC pump and DC pumps. So 2 options to choose from. Bunch of different sizes, models to choose from.
Again, if you're, you know, we understand life is different, and some people, if you can't do a Reef Octopus right now, this is a great option at a lower price.
Correct.
But it still works really well.
And you got the support of CoralVue standing behind it.
Exactly. Oh yeah. If you have an issue, you file us. You put us. You send us an email, a support ticket, and we'll take care of it.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Let's move on to right behind you.
Another Icecap product.
Another Icecap product. Oh, I really like this tank.
A lot of people have come here. That tank sold already.
I know. It's like
a store picked
this up. And I'm local. Yeah. I wanted the tank.
But what makes it unique, Carlos, is look at the size.
Yeah. Connor, come on this way right here. And I'm gonna put my look at this.
So this gives you a nice.
Look how deep that tank is.
A lot of these all-in-ones, they're more narrow. This, you know, the whole thing is having this aquascape, and when you look through it, having the depth of your
have the space. Not only that, look how spacious the back is. Look at this right here.
Yeah.
So that skimmer is going to be easy to fit there.
Correct. Dimax.
As we told you, this Aquashella show is mainly freshwater. Yeah. And we wanted to feature one of our freshwater accounts. Again, Dennerly is made by Germany, and it's a little higher end. This is more of a price conscious.
Absolutely.
Price conscious, but the quality is still really good. And they have everything. I mean, I was astonished the variety of things that they have.
It's very expansive line in terms of what it offers. Anything from aquascaping, glue,
the CO2 diffuser. They have the glass one. They have a metal one right here.
Yeah.
They have a I think it's a fan right here.
Air pumps.
Air pumps. They got media also. Yeah. They have chemicals, supplements. And
look at these lily pipes.
Oh, these are beautiful.
Stainless steel lily pipes.
Yes.
Guys,
yes.
These are.
And they also make really cool looking tanks.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is the IQ5 all-in-one light tank. I mean, everything is there. It's really a nice looking tank.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. If you have shrimp,
this
is perfect. Oh, and this one right here. This is my shrimp tank.
Yeah.
That's it right there. Little guys right there. Yes. So they're amazing, the stuff that they have. They have the other tanks right here, G30s. G30. And I like this one because they have this background.
That gives you a nice different escaping
background. And you can make something really, really cool by just using this tank. And they're super affordable too.
Yes.
You know, we also have Dimex here food.
Food. Yeah, I really like the food. You know, they have a marine line. I'm a marine guy. But this Marine Complete, the Color Plus, it's Marine Superior. You know, when you crack the can open, just the smell of it smells good. It's got that garlic aroma.
Yes.
The fish, I mean, I could tell you, I've taken other fish food and thrown this on one side and then the IMAX on another, and the fish are going over here to get this first. So it's like...
It triggers that response.
Yep.
It triggers that response.
So I really like that. But they got a full range, all kinds of fresh water from discus, cichlid. They even have turtle food.
They even have turtle food. Yes.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
This is some more aquascaping tools.
Yes.
I like these tools, Carlos, because of the black. They're anodized.
Yes.
So you don't see that rust.
They don't do that rusting anymore. They have bone cutters too. Those are really nice. Really nice. So this is Dimex. I mean, if you ever have a chance, again, look it up at your local fish store, and if they don't have it, you can ask them to carry it.
Bring it in.
So let's move on to the hydros.
Yeah.
So we have the hydros here, and you know, something that doesn't get that much love. I figure we spend a little time on this one. It's the Kraken.
I tell you right now, Carlos, with hurricane season, there's actually one right now in the Gulf. And, you know, people are going to be without power. This thing's a lifesaver for your system. It really is.
And I'm going to ask this. What is the Kraken? Because a lot of people still don't know what the Kraken is.
I refer to it as a power distributor.
Yes.
Distributing, you're removing power bricks. You're replacing those power bricks with one super brick. So you're consolidating power supplies that can be cumbersome. You know, trying to figure out where am I going to put all of these power supplies. It's a pain in the butt. You strap them, you try and Velcro them to the side, get them off of the bottom of the tank.
And that double-sided tape.
Yeah, then the heat builds up, then they flopping over, the power cord comes out. We've been there.
Exactly.
So this takes place of all of that and puts it, think of it as an AC, an XT8 in DC.
Oh, that's what it is. It's just it's a power strip, but it's made for DC power. Yeah. All right. That's it. And the great thing about it, we're talking about that, is this port right here.
Yeah.
This port right here, it's the 12-volt battery port. And that's the ticket to me. Because when I do that, now means I can actually use one of these batteries.
Yep.
If I lose power, then
let's let them lose power.
Yep.
We lost power. We're simulating a power outage now.
You can still do this right now where it's actually giving you the alarm and it's actually running a couple of things to kind of simulate the power loss.
Correct.
But this is what you do. You spend so much time and so much money on our aquarium systems. We got to make sure that they work correctly even when there's no power.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Soul.
Yeah. So here's one of our latest releases here, Carlos Hydro Soul.
Yeah.
So what is the Soul? It's a single parastolic stepper motor pump, and it will run from 0.1 milliliter to 300
milliliters.
So a lot of applications you can use for this.
And I want to say that it runs constantly.
Yes, this is continuous duty.
Continuous duty. So you are meant to we have the minnow right next to it.
Yes.
And the minnow can go up to 50 milliliters per minute. But the pumps, the heads, the pump itself is not meant to run continuously.
Yes.
If you want something. This right here, and what I like about it, it's the quick connect.
Yes.
I do.
Put that type of RO line.
Yeah, put that RO in there. You can run long runs without worrying about kinking.
Yeah.
And this is great for automatic water change.
Yeah.
This is made for that.
This is it.
This is made for an automatic water change.
Kalkwasser.
Kalkwasser too.
Yeah.
Kalkwasser too. Exactly. Let's talk about the other one, which is the launch. It's not as new, but I think we should,
Yeah, so a lot of people come to these shows and they looking at all of this and they're like, well, what is it? Where do I start?
It's like, scratch your head right there.
The launch.
Yes.
This is the launch point.
And it gives you a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So you have 4 universal sense ports for your temperature sensor, water sensor, TDS meter.
Yeah.
You know, you have that leak detector. You have a pH ORP probe. You have a salinity probe, which is kind of a shocker. That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then you also have 4 AC outlets that can handle 120 volts. And then you have 4 outlets right here, DC outlets at 12 volts each.
Yeah.
So this thing packs.
Yeah, it's a lot for what you get in this. And some people are like, well, it's only got 4 outlets, you know, I got this many AC devices. No problem. Incorporate that with an XPA,
which we are.
And you're all tying together. You're never leaving any device behind.
Exactly.
So
yeah, it's a great starting point. I tell people it's modular. Think of hydros as modular, and you just pick a module and you start with that. Whether it's a big module, an expensive module, or something very inexpensive like an XS for $150.
Right.
As you start with that module, and as your needs grow, then you start to add more modules to it. Also, is the understanding. Once you pick up that XS and you start working with it, you start to wrap your head around it, and then picking the next device, it's a hell of a lot easier.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely correct.
So the other one we have is the XHO Lite.
Yeah.
You know, by Tulio.
Yes.
And so Tulio designed the LEDs, designed the layout, the spectrum, and then we did the control part of it.
Yes. So it's a great collaboration, I think.
We're not a lighting company. Yeah. We're not going to be able to make something like that, and we don't have the resources.
I tell people we could take the board and throw some diodes on there and try and come up with something we think. But really, Tulio has the science, and that's what he's been doing. He's working with people that are researchers, scientists. He's out on the reef taking data.
Yes.
So let's team up with somebody that's put in the work.
Yeah.
And that's kind of was my idea, and we thought would be a good idea to team up together.
So this light right here is the Hydros XHO powered by
Reef Bright.
Reef Bright. And we all know Reef Bright's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
I want to say though, this looks like any other light. It looks like any other light.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of thought and a lot of methodical research and development done to this light because of the spectrum.
Yeah, that you're talking about the full spectrum LED.
Yes.
And people may be like, well, all these lights are full spectrum. Yeah, because they're taking all different colored diodes. Here's a red, here's a green, to try and give this full spectrum.
Yes.
Where he has a proprietary LED that is just full spectrum.
Right. You have a warm white and you have a cool white.
Yeah.
And when you put them together, you get this daylight spectrum. I think it's like about 65 65 Kelvin, somewhere around there. So you're talking about almost like the spectrum of the sun.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that grows corals better than the sun.
Yeah.
The sun. I mean, they'll grow in blue.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Blue light will grow coral, but they won't grow as fast as if you have the sun.
Yeah.
Now, for those people out there that really like the blue, we also have a whole channel, a second channel of blue LEDs that you can increase and then lower the whites, and that'll give you a bluer look.
Yeah.
But the one thing I like about this light also is it has a third channel, which is what we call the actinic, or the super actinic. And
That's
that one
really
to me is the really cool one, because back in the day, we used to have a VHO super actinic.
Yeah.
And that was the goal. Everybody, no matter what you grew, no matter if you did soft corals, no matter if you do SPS corals, you always had that super actinic because it made the corals pop.
Yes.
But it made them pop without adding so much blue in it.
Right.
The problem with the blue, in my opinion, is that there are corals where the blue looks great, but there are other things where the blue makes things.
Yeah, it washes it out.
It washes it, like a clamp.
Yes.
Remember, back in the days, 20 years ago, we were all about clamps because we had the actinic. The actinic gives you that blue, but it makes everything pop. Today, clamps are not sold as much because everybody's running the tank so blue that the clamp just looks brown.
Right.
So Tulio came up with a channel that looks from using LEDs that looks exactly just like the super actinic VHO bulb.
Yes.
And that adds a pop like no other. Like no other.
Yes.
So now you have that. And then on top of this, we have a moon channel.
Yes.
And that actually is, everybody thinks that, oh, it's just a moon channel. You'd be surprised how many people say that other lights have moon channels, but the moon is too bright. It's too strong. It just doesn't work.
So we're on the forefront of research and development with coral spawners that people that are putting in a lot of time and effort and helping them with a light that gives them the proper moonlight spectrum they're looking for.
Exactly.
And that is, so moonlight and temperature is the secret ingredient for coral spawning.
Yep. The light is not just a light. There's a lot of thought and research into this light because it's meant to do more than just light up an aquarium.
Correct.
Let me put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what we're aiming. So, and that's the difference between this light and any other light out there.
Yes.
Is this light has been developed first for that purpose, and second for the aquarium.
And I can also say the light has been out and being tested already.
Yes.
Not all of them though have our electronics built into it.
Yes.
That integrate with hydrants.
Yeah. Yeah. But the LEDs have been around for a while now. Now these are not LEDs that you can buy off of. I can't go to a website.
Going to Alibaba.
Yeah. No, you can't do that. I mean, this is something that Tulio at Reef Pride created himself.
Yes.
I don't think the factory also knows how it's the secret sauce.
Right.
He's the only one that knows that. So it was great to partner with Tulio, somebody that really knows what he's doing. And because again, at the end of the day, the partnership makes everything better for the end user.
Correct.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.